Hey gang, it's Bryan from FXBilliards. I wanted to revisit one of my favorite drills with you guys, and that is the line drill. This is one of my favorites because you can make this as easy or difficult as you want. Now, I'm taking a more advanced view of these in this video. You can see that I am shooting these balls in sequence as I move down the table. So not numerical order, but just in their place as they appear on the table. I get out of a line on a couple of them and have to shoot recovery shots, which is fine because I want you to see how I recover on some of these shots. And the other thing that you might notice is I'm staying on the same side of the table. Everything is going from the right-hand side of the table to the left-hand side of the table. Now, once again, this is kind of an advanced approach to this drill, but you can make this easier or more difficult depending on your skill set. If you don't have a skill set that will allow you to shoot these balls in sequence as you go down the table, allow yourself to shoot them in any order at all. I'm taking a more advanced approach to this just to show you what you can do with this. So this time I'm going to shoot them in sequence, but I'll shoot them from the opposite side of the table. I have this belief that anything I do from one side of the table, whether it's a new shot, a draw, or follow, or English, that I should do it from the other side as well. So I'm going to play on what would be our left-hand side of the table this time and do the same thing. Again, if you get out of line, just take ball in hand, put the ball back wherever you want, and finish the drill. If you're trying to play on one side of the table and you have to cross the table, go ahead and cross the table and shoot the balls in, and then come back over to the other side as soon as you can recover. But I wanted you guys to see this so you understand some of the shots that are necessary to make this work. By staying on this side of the table, what I'm doing this time, as opposed to the previous time where I just kind of let my cue ball do a few wild things, is I'm shooting a series of nice controlled draw shots that allow me to stay on one side of the table. These are very important shots. If you're a high intermediate player, you have got to have those short draw shots in your game if you're going to move up in level. This time, it gets a lot more advanced, and a lot of you will find this and say, okay, this is impossible. But you don't have to be an expert to run these balls in rotation, but that's what I'm doing. And those of you that don't know, rotation means numerical order. So I'm going to shoot these off. I will allow myself to cross the table, but I'm playing them in numerical order. So you can see we're going from the 1 to the 2, which happens to be all the way down table. I just randomly threw them out there. And I want you guys to see the different shots that I use to get position on these. The first 2 shots were simple follow shots. As long as you can get position, you can pull these off with a follow shot. This is a stun shot. Don't let the diagram fool you. We're hitting this with a stun stroke, so I'm putting backspin on that shot. Now I have to go all the way back down table for the 5, so I'm playing high right to come off of that rail. You could see the motion of the cue ball. I didn't get as perfect as I would have liked on the 5, so I got to get a little crazy now. I'm going to play this with high left, come off of 3 rails, and then play the 6 in the opposite side pocket. So if you need a recovery shot, you shoot that recovery shot. If I didn't pull it off, I'd take ball in hand and work the 6 from here. But I made the shot. It's one of my favorite shots, so I expected to make it. Take this drill, put in the time on it, set them up straight down the table, make the drill as easy or difficult as you need to make it, but get these short little draw, follow shots, stun shots in your game because they come up all the time in 8-ball, not as much in 9-ball, not as much in 10-ball, but if you're playing 8-ball, straight pull, or any game where the table is crowded, you have got to have these shots.